Well, how are you doing? I got a treat for you tonight. It's Mr. DJ. Goes back to 1963 on my 50s, early 60s sock hop channel. How you doing? It's been about a couple of weeks, I think, since I've been on this channel, so it's nice to be back because I'm always putting up videos on my other YouTube channels as well, so I'll alternate between about 4 or 5 or 6 YouTube channels. Let's go to Billboard's Hot 100. Outsourcing Billboard's Hot 100. God, this is a treat, man. One of the biggest songwriters of all time. Let me bring it up for you real quick. Billboard's Hot 100. The date of Billboard's Hot 100. I think it was May 18th. Whoops, wait. May 18th, 1963. And gosh, there's so many Lost 45s on here. Let me give you the top 5 hits from that week in 1963. May 18th, 1963. Foolish Little Girl by the Shirelles. You don't hear that one that very much anymore. That's a Lost 45. And Surfing USA by the Beach Boys, a standard from number 7 to number 4. Puff the Magic Dragon by Peter, Paul, and Mary, down to number 3 from number 2. I Will Follow Him by Lil Peggy March at number 2. And If You Want to Be Happy by Jimmy Soul at number 1. But let's go all the way down, all the way down to the bottom rungs of Billboard's Hot 100. And number 100, we got Old Enough to Love by Ricky Nelson. Pride and Joy by Marvin Gaye, a song that would eventually go top 10 for him. One of his early hits, 1963. But at number 98, Carole King. That's right, Carole King. He's a bad boy. Now, I know a lot of people remember Carole King in conjunction with Jerry Goffin. They wrote all those great songs back in the early 60s off of Don Krishner's Dimension record label. Up on the Roof by the Drifters. They wrote that, Take Good Care of My Baby. Well, that was in 1960. That was before the Dimension record label came into being, I think. And they wrote that for Bobby Fee. And gosh, The Locomotion, they wrote that. Lil Eva. And they wrote Chains by the Cookies. They wrote that. That was hit back in 1962-63. As a matter of fact, the Chains, they sang back up on The Locomotion. Lil Eva's Locomotion. And they wrote, later on in the 60s, they wrote Pleasant Valley Sunday, which was kind of a tribute to a street that they lived on. Jerry Goffin and Carole King. It was called Pleasant Valley Way. It was in West Orange, New Jersey, where they were living at the time. And, but then Carole King, when people think of Carole King as a solo artist, they think of Tapestry. Of course, Tapestry was just threw her on the map big time back in 1971, and that launched a string of hits for Carole King in the 70s, particularly in the early 70s. But a lot of people have forgotten that Carole King had a few solo hits back in the early 60s. Her biggest one, It Might As Well Rain Until September. Does anybody remember that? 1962. She wrote that for Bobby Fee. But her demo came out as a single, and it became a hit for her. And from what I researched, the people around Bobby Fee didn't want to put it out as a single, his version out as a single, but it was on an album by Bobby Fee that he put out in 1963. But bottom line was Carole King had a hit with it, not very big here in the States. Only went to number 22 on Billboard's Hot 100. Really nice, though. It might as well rain until September. If you like Carole King, I highly recommend that record. And it went to number 3, went top 5 in England. Big hit in England for Carole King. Might as well rain until September. Well, here's a couple of stats on Carole King that probably will not surprise you. Considered the most successful female songwriter of the latter half of the 20th century. She's put out about 25 solo albums? Was it that many? Maybe I better double check on that. But that's a stat I got. She co-wrote or wrote 118 pop hits that hit Billboard's Hot 100. Well, this record right here, don't know much about it. It's a Jerry Goffin and Carole King composition. And God, I love that guitar. He's a Bad Boy by Carole King. My guess on this record was this probably started out as a demo that the record company just put out. It's intimate, it's warm, it's just, I love that guitar. It's got a catchy guitar, and the lyrics, I love the lyrics to this. This is almost countercultural, rebellious lyrics. Mama doesn't like him because he never cuts his hair. Daddy doesn't like him because he says he heard him swear. That is so 1963. Because, well, you hear swearing on a lot of pop records, particularly rap records now, but back in the, well, you know the score. Back in the early 60s, that just wasn't acceptable. But anyway, yeah, this is a nice little record by Carole King. It's a great Lost 45. Did not do well for her at all. Went to number, let me find that record. It was at number 98. It debuted at 98 the week of May 18th, 1963. It peaked at 94. It was on Billboard's Hot 100 for 3 weeks. Carole King, He's a Bad Boy, on Billboard's Hot 100 back in the spring of 63.